Okay, so I'll go first and then you'll go. I have always been the quiet one, which I am always keeping my thoughts to myself, overthinking every little thing and avoiding to speak up. I know deep down I don't want to stay that way forever. My speaking journey has been about pushing myself to be more open, more confident, and more comfortable with using my words. I believe that staying quiet and keeping everything bottled up is only holding me back from connecting with people. As an introvert with social anxiety, it makes me overthink everything I want to say. I would always be scared to say something because I was scared of saying the wrong thing. I have caught myself in moments where I have regretted not speaking up, like in class with friends or even standing up for myself. I have taught myself that stepping out of my comfort zone is a small start to practice speaking in class, talking more with friends, or writing down my thoughts down so I don't hold them in. The journey is important to me because I don't want to fear or overthink to control to control me. I want to be someone who speaks confidently and isn't afraid to share what's on their mind. That is why I'm working on changing because I know I can be more than just a quiet one. I'm naturally quiet, but I am done letting that define me, who I am, rather than to become the best version of myself. That was my first speech.
Okay, so I'll start with my speech. I began my journey by speaking at church and school, reading the Bible and doing presentations. I want people to understand that the past doesn't define who are you going to be in the future. And I want also people to understand that to not just know the history, but to learn from it and become a better person because of it. I learned that nerves are real and sometimes I speak without thinking. But every time I set up to speak, I get a little stronger. I'm at the start of my speaking journey, building confidence and refining my delivery. I often spoken in play I've spoken in places like church and school, but I'm learning to manage my nerves and speak with intention. I aspire to become a confident speaker who educates and inspire on larger platforms like Facebook or YouTube or anything like that.
You're done. Okay. So now for the feedback. I like all the information that you gave out. Just um try to sorry, I don't know. I don't really know exactly. Mm,
I can go if you want to, then you can think
yeah,
about
please.
something. Okay. So I like your speech. I know anxiety can be really hard sometimes when you're speaking in front of like everybody and just thinking that they're gonna laugh at you or they're gonna be say something mean to you. I know that's hard, and thank you for trying. What I would suggest for you to try to improve, it's talk about a little bit more, not faster but not slow at the same time. Like at the end you talk a little bit slow, so I would just improve that. So far I like your speech. I really don't have any other suggestions to make, but just that one right there.
Okay. Okay, so for you, I would say maybe change up your tone. It seemed like a little bit flat during the speech. Just try to change it up to go more with like what you're talking about. Um, and then I think your pace was pretty good actually. So your pace was good. You weren't going too fast or too slow. And just try to like keep more eye contact because to um like when you have an audience, like let's say there's a bigger audience, you can try making eye contact with each and one of them just to grab their attention. And also with like hand gestures can also help. So that way you can like just like try to emphasize on some stuff with that, if that makes sense. But other than that, I think it was pretty good.
Thank you.
And then now we do the other one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever felt your hands sweat, heart racing, and your mind go blank just because you had to talk in front of a group? Yeah, me too. My mission in this class is to overcome that fear and be a more confident speaker. I believe that having to speak clearly and confidently is an important skill that one can have not just for school, but in life. I always overthink the words I'm going to say. I worry too much when speaking in front of people, and it makes me nervous. I know communication is a skill that can be applied everywhere, like in jobs, interviews, and presentations, or even when making friends. That is why I am ready now to step out of my comfort zone to practice and get better at sharing ideas without all the stress. I know I can do better in school by building more confidence that will help me every part in life by improving my speaking skills. So the next time I feel my heart racing before I speak, I will remind myself that growth starts when being uncomfortable, but I am ready for that change. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I'll go. In this class, I want to build my confidence and creative expression. I'm not usually a shy person when it comes to people that I know, but when I'm meeting new people, I'm really like shy and I start talking and talking and it doesn't really make sense. I want to speak with confidence because I know what I'm talking about, but my nerves can be really bad. Sometimes I can end up crying. Um, Developing my speaking skills will allow me to effectively share messages that inspire change. By improving how I communicate, I can better connect with others, share my thoughts more clearly, and encourage people to act. Um, this improvement will enable me to make a greater impact through my words. Um, Moreover, effective communication will lead to new opportunities in both my personal and professional life. And that's it.
And I go first for it too, for the feedback. Okay. So it was good. Did you have a purpose statement for this speech?
Um, I just wanted to say, in this class, what I'm looking for is to be more confident when I'm talking to like strangers when it comes to that point, because I'm like I said, I'm not like a shy person, but when I'm meeting new people, I can say like a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense. So people start like thinking, oh, she's weird or she's that, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I really like how you presented the speech. You just like calm and you just um speak with confidence and And I saw that you've changed up your tone a little bit more from like the last feedback that I gave you, which is good. And you're not too fast or too slow. So it's pretty good the way you are communicating and talking. It's pretty much all that I have.
Okay. So I'll go. Um, I like your speech, first of all. Um, uh, I think I'm gonna use one of the things that you said also when you were doing feedback to me. I think you should use a little bit more like hands, like moving your hands or something like that, just to emphasize things that you're saying. Um, at the beginning, I think that you should be a little bit, just a little bit more like confident when saying that first sentence that you were saying. Just to sound like a little bit more like engaging, let's say. It's really good. I'm not saying it's not good, but I feel like you should be like more like expressive about it. And then I like your tone. I like you were looking at the camera and stuff. So that's pretty much I have to say here.
All right. And it was just that, right?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, everything was and then I was just reading the thing.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, just to see if we didn't miss anything.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I think that's it then.
All right, have a good night.
To
And thank you for adjusting your time today. I know it was hard, but sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. All right,
All
have a
right.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.